Scholes is better than Gerrard, isn't it?
What was that?
High standards.
What was that, lad?
Scholes is better than high standards.
No one would agree with that. No one would agree with that, but that's fine.
I honestly can't put my finger on why we are shifting our talent from Kobbie. I can't name you 5 talents from Kobbie right now and where they've gone. Like, I don't know what's happened to our academy.
I have Chido Abby Martin. I have a young guy called Heaven. Aiden Heaven, by the way.
Yeah, but you don't know about him yet.
But you not watched either of them play, have you?
Arsenal are very sad to the same goal, so I knew that I've got something good. Yeah.
The thing is, right, I agree with you, by the way, but I do think Ethan Nwaneri, give him some time, give him a couple more years, and also Myles Lewis-Skelly, probably one of my favourite ballers at the moment right now, right? Yeah. You give them a couple of years, they're going to be walking over Kobbie Mainoo.
You have fixed this day.
He's a cheat. I'm telling you. Do you know what they need to do? They need to pan to the wide and they need to say AFTV, because what he wants to say is Nwaneri.
Myles
Lewis-Skelly.
Hi and welcome along to another edition of We Come in Peace. Now, as quite rightly pointed out by KG in the last video, I forgot to ask people if they're actually coming in peace. And the way he carried on in that last video, he didn't. But let me ask you now, are you coming in peace? What's your name? KG and you?
KG, and it's whatever energy you lot throw at me, and that's what energy I'm going to have back.
All right? I've never known KG to ever be peaceful, ever.
Abby Summons.
Yeah.
Tottenham fan.
I mean, I don't ever come in peace either, to be honest with you.
You never do?
No, never.
Anita, Chelsea fan?
This is my debut. I come in peace.
Okay.
Yeah, no, easy. I come in peace.
All right,
Don't test me, though.
At the top is just us, bruv. Yeah?
Do you come in peace?
No. No, I come in peace. I come in peace.
Cool.
Right, what I want to ask in this video, I'm going to go around the panel and ask everybody, which team has got the best emerging young players?
Define young.
Yeah, what age group? I'd like that as well.
I don't know, what's young? What are we saying? Under
22?
Under 22? Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, should we push it to under 23? 24?
Under 23? No, under 23 you're going a bit.
You have fixed this day.
He's a cheat. I'm telling you. Do you know what they need to do? They need to pan to the wide and they need to say AFTV, because what he wants to say is Nwaneri. Myles Lewis-Skelly. Players. That's what they want to do.
So you got no good young players?
Go on then, have your moment.
Go on, have your moment.
The floor is yours.
The floor is
No.
yours.
Probably a good question.
So hold on.
Introduce your players.
So listen, all right, I could name out. Forget me for a
No,
minute.
let's talk about
I was about
Arsenal.
to say this.
Don't you have Conor Bradley?
We
Don't
should.
you have Mikey Moore and players like that? Are you not going to...
Archie Gray. Yeah.
Archie
Gray,
Gray.
Lucas
What's going on? So
What's the team at the minute?
Talk about it
Yeah.
then. Talk about the players.
All right, let's start with you.
No, I want to hear from you.
we'll start with you.
It's your turn.
Let's start with you.
We produce
like,
players.
I don't know, bro.
I've got loads. I've got loads.
Say them, lad.
Chido. I've got Chido.
Who's that? Who's that?
Chido B. Martin, both from the Arsenal Academy. Another player I played with.
Don't have scored all them bags of goals for Arsenal.
And how many games has he played?
Another player called Heaven as well.
What about players that actually come from your own academy?
No.
Wait, what are you saying?
Wait a minute, Abby.
What was the question at the beginning?
1 second. We can give you those two.
What was the question at the beginning?
Hold on, wait a minute.
I just want to ask the question at the beginning.
We'll give you those two you just said. What have they done?
Can I answer the question at the beginning? Because I knew you were setting this up. Just because Nwaneri scored a goal.
Not a set-up.
Because
It's a
Nwaneri scored a goal.
legitimate
Now you're
question.
asking what have they done. You asked the question,
my fault.
who has... What was the initial question? I just want to make sure that I'm not losing track. The initial question was what?
You sounded a bit worried, man.
I just want to ask. It's a simple... Who has the emerging stars, the best young players coming through?
Under 22.
Yeah? So would these players not count along with the players
How
I'm
old's
going to name?
Garnacho?
Garnacho's a young player as well.
All right, so talk about
I've got Garnacho, I've got Kobbie, I've
had to remind him of his players.
No, I know my players.
All right, so
but
tell us about them.
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah? I just wanted to make sure what's going on here.
I made it quite clear. We even went on...
I have Chido Abby Martin. I have a young guy called Heaven. Aiden Heaven, by the way.
Yeah, but you don't know about him yet.
But you not watched either of them play, have you?
Arsenal are very sad to the same goal. So I knew that I've got something good.
He read the blogs.
Yeah? Garnacho. Yeah, and you've seen what Garnacho's doing.
I had to tell you about him.
No,
Yeah.
you had to.
So you forgot
Garnacho.
about him?
No, I've seen him play many times. Yeah,
And?
I've got
So
Kobbie.
talk to us. Yeah.
I like my youngsters.
You're going to put
but
Ahmad
guess
in
what?
that list at all?
Absolutely.
There we go.
I've got Ahmad as well. I've got names, bro. But then hold on, I've even got some.
No,
I've got
Ahmad,
a
it's
young,
got-
I've got a
be-
young kid, Dorgu, that just
No,
came
wait,
through.
1 second. There've got to be players that have come through your academy. You can. So you got Garnacho because he did, and you got Kobbie Mainoo. Yeah.
So I can only name players from the academy.
Yeah, players that have come through your system.
It's not that hard.
Oh no, but you said young player. When you asked the question before, you said young players. So I just thought these are the prominent
You've
young
got
players
two
coming
there.
through.
Tell us about.
And I love them players, but guess what? In this new system, I don't know. We almost tried to sell Garnacho this season, so I got to be honest with myself. I don't know how this club is what this club's gonna turn into. We tried to sell Garnacho. We said we're looking at bids for. We put Kobbie on the market-ish. We did. Like it or not, with the Man United, the PSR issues, and seeing how Chelsea are making money off young players.
That's your best
Man United.
player, bro.
I know what we basically said when I heard Ornstein say every player has a price. I've never heard a club like Man United be waiting for a bid from Chelsea or a Napoli for Garnacho, and that happened this season. So that lets me know with the issues that we have, these players might not be ours anymore. And another thing is, do they truly fit into the system? So when the last game they played, when he had Garnacho receiving the ball, he was out wide. Yeah. Well, they play with 2 inside 10s. And Kobbie, we're still trying to work out. We tried him up front, tried him as a striker in the game when we got moved to. We tried him in the 10, and then he's been in the 2 defensive positions, and it's hard for him. So right now, I can't tell you what this is going to look like. Amorim still got his hand over it.
Let's go Liverpool.
Conor Bradley, number 1, right? That kid is a phenomenon, genuinely. He's come through, and it almost feels like we don't miss Trent. Don't get me wrong, Trent is a generational talent, and he's a very different footballer. But Conor Bradley covers every single blade of grass on that field, and he throws his body on the line. I don't know if you watched the tackle that he did against Jed Spence. Jed Spence is a tough lad. Solid. But both of them went at it, and
remember the one he did on Mbappe?
Mbappe turned him upside down. Now we've got a song for him already. There's a case for arguably one of the best young players in the league, possibly in Europe at the moment, in my opinion.
Better than Ahmed?
Yeah. Yes.
Conor Bradley's better than Ahmed?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah, he plays at a higher standard.
That's interesting.
He plays at a much higher standard. He's top of the league
now.
Yeah, he is.
So we're playing those games.
He's playing. Is he not?
Fair enough.
Is he not?
Scholes is better than Gerrard, isn't it?
What was that?
High standard.
What was that, lad?
Scholes is better than high standard.
No one would agree with that. No one would agree with that. But that's fine.
No, because you just brought the standards
Don't
thing
ask
into
Scholesy
it.
if he's better than Gerrard, lad.
You just brought standards into it, and I just thought I never knew that you could do that.
Scholes is about 45.
Scholes is better than Gerrard. No, because he said when he said high standards. That's right. You just said standards. I said when Man United fans do that, when Man United throw that thing out, I thought, wow,
what
you're
glasses
saying
do you need
you're
to
not
put
playing.
On? Hey, what glasses do you need to put on?
It's not better than
right now,
Gerrard.
It's where's your sensible glasses, lad?
It's Scholes not better than Gerrard.
Sensible glasses, please.
It's Scholes not better than Gerrard. It's Scholes not better than Gerrard.
Conor Bradley plays at levels above any Man United player.
What? Is Scholes not better than Gerrard?
No.
And why is
because Gerrard's the best all-round player, a midfielder out of the 3.
And what standard is he playing at?
Gerrard, Champions League standard, bro.
And you know the Champions League and the Premier League winner. You're waiting for. You only got one. Remember, you only got one.
It's all right.
Scholes
couldn't do what Gerrard.
How have we
We're talking about no, because he tried to talk about standards. He tried it. I was chilling, bro. I was chilling.
You went, where's me nostalgic bank here? And it wasn't even a correct statement.
No, I was chilling.
It was wrong as well.
All right, let's get back to it.
Anyway, Quansah is the second one. Yeah, Jarell Quansah. He has had a shaky season this season, without a doubt. He's not hit the standard that he had last season, but he looks like he could be a little player. He's a ball playing defender, quite similar to Archie Gray. They're able to have the ball at the feet, not really feel the pressure, and do all right. He did have a blip last season against them, but otherwise,
How's that
how old is Curtis Jones? Because he's another.
Curtis Jones is about 22, 23 now. But we're also going to put Harvey Elliott into this bracket as well, right? If you look at Harvey Elliott and know that face, it's mad, innit? Do you know he's born in the same year as Quansah? But he just gets put at this standard because his experience is different. And we always say about players, right? It doesn't matter how old you are, it's how many games you've played, because that's what it is, experience. That's why you get Jude Bellinghams who come through at 21, but like one of the best midfielders in the world, because the experience they've had is massive. Harvey Elliott is one of them individuals. He's so good for his age. He looks like he's older, but he's not. He's a young man. And actually, we've got some of the best talent in the country for that age group, in my opinion.
I'd like to add Euro as well.
Chelsea.
Just while Euro. Thank you.
Chelsea.
Is there a point?
Your academy's
fantastic academy.
We got one of your boys called Rio, and that guy is shifty. Like, I don't know why you let the kids go that you let go. Yeah. They are unbelievably talented.
Because you're saying you ain't got none, but you've got literally your young players are playing all over the country and excelling and really, really talented. You've got an unbelievable academy. Why none of them coming through?
And you have to ask Todd Bowley. I honestly can't put my finger on why we are shifting our talent from Kobbie. I can't name you 5 talents from Kobbie right now and where they've gone. Like, I don't know what's happened to our academy, but we're bringing in talent that are 19, 17-year-olds across from France, across from Brazil, Argentina, all over the country, apart from our own grassroots. We're shipping them all off. When I know Amari is one of yours, but when he got shipped off to Ipswich, I was so confused. I was thinking we could use a talent like that in our club right now. I'm looking at our team, our entire squad, our first team and our squad, and I'm trying to think of emerging talents coming through.
So, what's that kid?
What's that little kid that you got in
Saka?
a new little?
Well, looks like Saka, Tyreek.
George.
Yeah, Tyreek George. Yeah. He seems like he's good. But at the same time, he's played, 4 games for us. He's not had enough game time. So I'm not going to say he's one of the emerging talents when you're bringing up names like Conor Bradley. And
what about
him? He got shipped. What about him? Okay. And also, he didn't come through our academy either. We bought him, and I can't tell you why we bought him. We buy so many young players. And if it was, from the age of 24 down, I would obviously talk about, no one's come through our academy that's 24 down. Levi Cole, but I'm not going to put him up there because lately he's had a bit of a blunder. So I'm looking at our talent.
It's crazy with you. As I said, like there's so... Do you think in the case of Chelsea, it's more like these guys are just come through the academy, sell them? That is a problem now with academy players, isn't it? They're pure profit.
It's a monopoly, and I don't agree with it. The reason why a lot of Chelsea fans back in the day, not me, wanted Roman Abramovich out of here was so that we can use our academy properly. When we had Mount coming through, we had Reece James come through, Hudson-Odoi, Tammy,
Kevin De Bruyne,
that whole era.
Yeah, you got him when he was 17.
I don't even want to talk about that one, and let's not even talk about that one.
Week in, week out.
Yeah. Sometimes I have nightmares about it. It's fine. But when we look at the amount of talent that's come through our academy when Roman was here, and then we look at the amount of talent that's been shipped off when the new owners came in, it's a problem that we have not addressed yet. And I'm really happy we had this conversation. So hopefully a lot of Chelsea fans can see we don't have any more talent within the club that we can look at and say, oh, you are homegrown, that you are under 22 and we're going to see you shine. Okay, Tyreek George, fine. But other than that, where are we going from this?
Okay. Let me do next and then I'll leave you the final word.
Sure, go for it.
Right, obviously, you said one of the players I was going to say earlier, right from the start, Nwaneri.
Brilliant.
I think he's been,
He is.
I remember he first played, he was age 15 and he played in that game. And there was people saying, Arteta just did that to make it be all about himself and that, but they didn't. The reason why they played him in that game, I know this on good authority, is that they wanted to show him that there was a pathway through to the first team, and that they were always also very worried about losing him because, like how we've lost Heaven and Chido, right? There was loads of teams right across Europe that wanted him because they'd seen him, because you get to see these young players playing at that level and they're all like, this guy's a special talent, he's a special talent, but he's been unreal. His temperament, he's just like, he plays like he's about 28. And he's so skillful, he's so good, whether he's playing in midfield, whether he's playing on the right wing now. I think that this guy is going to be a top player, I really do. He's got everything.
It's hard to say though, like we've seen the journey, even I think Rashford for us, Rashford Greenwood, cautionary tales of how
that's very true. But the one thing I'd say with
player to stay in,
the one thing I'd say with him, if you actually look at him, like he's a straight A student, right? He's got really good parents. Yeah. I think he's when I met him in the summer. Yeah. Level-headed kid, not showing off. That what I mean. So I think he's got the right temperament to make it. And then the other one that I really like is Lewis-Skelly. Right?
Class.
I liked him in that Spurs game.
He's come in, his strength, his power. He's not playing, that's not even his position he's playing. He's not a left back.
What is he?
He's a midfield player. And he's playing as a left back and he's keeping out like a new signing in Calafiori and Zinchenko. These are big international players that he's keeping out the team. The manager trusts him. He played against Spurs. He played against Man City. He started those games when players were available. I think, everybody, whether you agreed with his celebration or not, I thought that alone showed me a lot about his temperament. The fact that in that first game, Haaland said to him, "Who the F are you?"
Competitive.
And in the
He's a
second game, he's like, "I'm going to show you who I am."
Yeah.
For him to have that confidence at 18,
He's a competitor.
crazy.
Do you know, I've got a story about Ethan Nwaneri, yeah? So I'm a freestyle footballer, that's what I do, you all know that. And I go into a pitch and train 4 times a week, right? There's a pitch that I go to called Whittington. Everybody knows that pitch if you go and play football. I used to go down on a Friday sometimes, and I would see a young lad with a coach having shots at goal, right? Just any lad, right? The same as everybody else. And I realised, do you know what that lad was? Ethan Nwaneri. I could not believe
Doing
it.
the extras.
I couldn't, and that was when he was like 15, 14, like he was a kid still. But watching him shoot like a grown man at that age, but that's a testament again to what you're saying about straight age students, is determination to be a footballer and his discipline. It's all there, mate. You know, it's there. I like him. I can't even tell what foot he is. I know he's left-footed, but he shifts his balance so well that I can't tell. He's so dexterous. He's a really, really technical, gifted footballer. I just hope that he plays with intensity as well, because he's going to need that in the Premier League, and he keeps it up for the next 5 years. Not to win leagues for you, because I want to win the league, but you know what I mean. I hope that he becomes a good player.
Yeah.
You know
great
what's
players. All right.
you know what's crazy though? Since everyone has spoken, and this is not me, I'm still in peace, by the way. I haven't heard of no one said a player that's better than Kobbie or done anything better than Kobbie.
I think Conor Bradley is.
Then Kobbie,
I do, mate, honestly.
Kobbie took
Conor Bradley.
England to the look.
Good,
England
good.
to
No,
let's
but
be fair.
I get
if
it.
we're doing this right, FA Cup, and he was instrument. This guy in a
Super talented.
in a suffering Man United team, not a team that when you say you can go in with some golden generation players. We're talking about a Man United team that's suffering.
Yeah.
He came in and he's the true breath of fresh air. It's only because our football's changed. I don't know what we're gonna like under Amorim. While you lot have said all these players, I have not heard anyone that is close to Kobbie Mainoo.
I know that none of your under 22 players have flipped Mbappe upside down. I know that much. I honestly think he's a better player. He's already the captain of Ireland at his young age of 20, 21. He is a leader, believe me. And he's a technical footballer.
You saw how quick it was.
Kobbie,
I'm just saying, you saw how the speed to the first team. They had one training session. They said,
but you guys
"Okay, you're not under 21."
No,
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about England. Even when Trent was stinking it up, and they
England
said
needed him as
when
well.
Trent was stinking it up, and they said you need someone to look after the ball and be better, and they put Kobbie in there, and he did what he needed to do.
And we lost the final.
Well, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about here.
He was the most relaxed.
He's a brilliant player.
You've never seen a player with that level of temperament. While I respect Nwaneri, I respect all these players, but until I hear someone that's better than Kobbie,
it's
put
funny,
that in the chat then. So who's better, Kobbie Mainoo or
Conor Bradley?
on the table.
The thing is, right, I agree with you, by the way, but I do think Ethan Nwaneri, give him some time, give him a couple more years, and also Myles Lewis-Skelly, probably one of my favourite ballers at the moment right now, right? Yeah. You give them a couple of years, they're going to be walking over Kobbie Mainoo.
You can't say that.
I've said it.
You can't.
I've said it well.
Cautionary tales, and that's what you said.
All right, let's get Abby's.
Depends on what happens with United. Really.
Let's hear from you, Abby.
Number one.
Kobbie might not be there.
Something.
Archie Gray and Archie Gray and Archie Gray.
If they've come through the academy, then I can't obviously include Archie Gray and I can't include Lucas Bergkamp.
Yeah.
But what I will say on them, just because, I mean, everyone knows how poor of a season Spurs have had, right? And the reliance on two 18-year-old kids in their first season in the Premier League, they would not be playing if it wasn't for the injuries. They'd be having the odd Europa League game here or Cup game. They have absolutely, even though I know results aren't good right now and they are knackered, they have carried Spurs. We've been looking to 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds to try and get something and help us along the way. So I think Archie Gray is... that £30 million seemed like a lot of money, to be fair, for an 18-year-old kid that did have a good season at Leeds. And I know Leeds fans are really gutted to lose him. But he's amazing, and he's not even played really in his position at all, especially in a regular fit side. So he's filled in at left back, right back, been centre back for most of the time without even having a centre half next to him. And when he had Dragusin next to him, he looked like the more confident one. So I'm really, really looking forward to next season to see how good Archie Gray is in his actual role in midfield. Lucas Bergkamp as well. I think he's been brilliant. Really good, gifted technical player. I think
United that one, didn't it?
was it? I didn't know.
Yeah, didn't they? Yeah.
What did you say?
I said cheat.
Oh yeah, get
He
over
should have been
it.
sent
Such
off.
a such a
You gotta get over it. It's
Such a
Carabao.
scouser.
He's good.
He's a really good player, and he was another one that was touted by a lot of clubs as well, and ended up coming to Spurs. I think he liked the project, and I don't think either of those two players thought that they were going to get as much game time as they have, and it's helped them. It's all good experience for them, and I wouldn't drop either of them out of the team, to be honest with you, when we do get players back. Destiny Udogie, another one. Again, he's not had the most brilliant season when he's been fit, but he's a great talent that's there. Kind of.
What about like someone who's
Spence?
come through the actual academy?
Spence is 24.
Come through the
And he-
academy.
I was
They
about to
kept
move
him
on to that.
They kept him on the back burners. I
Yeah,
didn't know
they
he was
Conte.
literally.
Conte.
You want to talk about freedom? It was free Jed Spence, bro.
Yeah.
It was free.
And now look at the player that you've got,
I know.
mate.
Well, you've got a player that is so
He's
good.
serious
By
player.
far,
Serious
our
player.
actual best
He's
one in that
quality.
back
He's
line,
brilliant.
and he's not even played at right back.
And he
He's
hasn't
played
got
at
the
left
Spurs
back.
mentality as well.
No, he's a
doesn't.
winner. He's a winner. And you can see he's a winner. You can see it. Don't
You're
dig
a
me
bad
out.
man, KG. He's a bad man, you know.
I agreed with
He's
you.
a horrible
I
guy.
agreed with you. Anyway, shut up. Anyway, back to actually the academy. So obviously I want to talk about Mikey Moore because Mikey Moore's 17 years old. I do think obviously there's a lot of improvement that needs to be done with him, but I think the raw talent that's there, the freedom that he plays with, the directness that he plays with, the fearlessness.
You've seen his debut goal.
I just love it, and I love seeing him. And again, he's definitely got more minutes than he would if he had a little bit of an injury in between. And he seems like a really down to earth, level headed kid as well. And he kind of said, I was annoyed that I got the injury when I did because obviously there was loads of injuries to other people, and it felt like it was my opportunity. And I think when you're a young kid coming through, it's just about taking those opportunities. The only thing I would say with him is maybe he's slightly still lightweight when you're playing with the big boys. And I think that kind of also maybe goes a little bit for Bergvall at times too. But that will come. Like that comes with age.
kids, they are
He's seven.
kids.
They're 17 and 18-year-old
The
kids.
bodies aren't fully developed yet.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
And then kind of having a look at, everything else that's there. I mean, I've only seen them against Elfsborg. I think Ajayi came on and got a great goal, like a little 1-2 with Dane Scarlett. Dane Scarlett's been on quite a few unsuccessful loans, and they chose to kind of keep him for the rest of the season, see if he can take an opportunity as well. I think there is talent there within Spurs. It's just we don't always get to see that. We don't really usually have.
Don't forget Tell as well. You're going to buy him at the end of the season.
Of course, Tab, but obviously I'm trying to talk about people that have also come
Academies.
through as well.
I don't know if there are
But
people that.
I
most of the
think-
people
I
said
think there
came from
are-
Leeds, innit? You said the other
Well,
guy
I know. I'm
was
talking about
the
Mikey
greatest
Moore
player.
right now.
There's not many
I'm
from
trying
the
to talk about my academy if you'd let me.
No, but you haven't really spoke about the academy.
I'm
to be
about
fair.
to. You interrupted me.
But
Put your
you've been
glasses
talking
back
for
on
a
and shut
while,
up.
and I'm just saying, when it was my turn.
Does anyone else think
not
KG
being a
loves
prick-
the sound of his own
not
voice
being
today?
a prick, no, because when it was my
You're my
turn,
brother.
you know what's like saying, wait, not academy guys. I remember the line, academy guys. She spoke about
I
someone from
actually
Leeds.
started the sentence
30
saying,
million.
I'm not talking about, I'm giving them honourable
Her
mention.
first man was a man from Leeds.
KG, I've been it all day.
No, I'm just saying, be equal.
I ain't got patience for you.
I'm saying be equal.
I
When
was
I
equal.
started, it said, it has to be your
I
guys.
zoned out when you was talking anyway.
Fair enough. All I'm saying
Anyway,
is,
back to Mikey Moore.
talk about your players.
I was literally when
academy.
you interrupted me. I was talking about Ajayi.
And the show's gonna
from
end.
our thing. I was
It's
talking
the
about
last
Dane
person.
Scarlett.
Go on then.
Can you hear in that
It's the-
big
the
bald head, or
the
is it
show's
just
about to end.
air?
The show's about to
Anyway,
end. Go on.
so yeah, like I said, there are players there. I'd be interested to see if someone like Dane Scarlett, who was actually spoken about quite a lot under even Jose and Conte, having loads of potential. I'd like to see him get a form of consistency or a little bit of a run, even if the loans haven't been successful. Will Lancashire as well, that's another player that's come through the academy and has just gone on loan to West Brom, and from what I saw kind of the first couple weekend or so, that he seems to be doing well. Alfie Dorrington, I think he's gone on loan somewhere too.
I think it's important.
Jamie Donnelly, he's another one that's again there's not much sample size for me to
Do you know
go
what?
off because
The
they
thing-
haven't
the
really
other thing,
played.
I think with Spurs, it's a bit like Chelsea. You've got like
There's talent,
a
but
lot. I mean, it's like a really good academy.
Yeah.
Like there should be more coming through. Really,
There's a lot of London
should
street
be.
footballers, and believe me, there's a lot of talent. I go on these pitches. Kids in London
Yeah.
are
it's just about having
exceptionally
your moment.
technically
It's
gifted.
about having your moment.
They
and taking
really
it.
are.
And I think that with Spurs, obviously, where it's been so up and down, like so people like a Bergvall or a Gray are getting that opportunity too as well. Another player we've not even seen play, has not come through the academy again, but someone like a Wilson Odobert, who's 20 years old, played literally a game and been injured the whole season. So there's a lot of young players there.
Yeah.
Mickey van der Ven as well. I think he's 23, so he's not really part of the conversation. But there's a lot of young talent.
Okay. What you got your hand up for?
I just wanted to ask a quick question. Are we really allowed to name people on loan and how they've been doing?
That they're part of the academy.
No.
I didn't.
I
Did
didn't. I
anyone
just
ask you
named
that?
academy players.
Did anyone else name a player
They're
on
part of
loan
the
that they're
academy.
checking out there?
What, on loan?
It's
Well, I
a
just
it's a
said
gender
about
thing.
Dane
Oh,
Scarlett.
someone you sent out on
It's a
loan.
gender
They're
thing.
sent out on loan.
So it's a gender thing.
Well,
Is it a gender thing? Is it a gender thing? Is it a gender thing?
all right. Listen. right? You know what? Out of all the, let's just say, I'm gonna give you, right, the final word on this, right?
Yeah.
As you said, you couldn't really think of many from your academy,
Yeah.
right? So I want you to say, out of all the names that you've heard, said out of all the academies, who do you think will be the best?
Conor Bradley.
Conor Bradley.
Easily. Yeah.
Plays at the highest standard.
Yeah,
He
and
does.
he's about to replace Trent as well. And I honestly think he's at that level where, obviously, we all talk about Trent and his defensive abilities. He's got that defensive
What, you
ability
don't
that
agree?
Trent
And the
lacks.
ability to get up
and
the
the
top.
ability to get up.
I can't.
I'm with you.
I would like to add, by the way,
It's Conor Bradley.
I'm gonna just very quickly, Jayden Dans, McConnell, Tyler Morton, and there's another lad that I'm forgetting about right now, but they're three other very gifted, young, talented footballers. Believe me, Liverpool have a lot of players
Until you
there.
see them in the.
Jayden Dans has already scored in the Champions
No,
League.
I'm just saying.
He's already scored in the Champions League.
As soon
The
as you
Champions
see
League goal
them,
that he did.
I hear it. I saw Yanazai do amazing things as well. Just life, it can be like that sometimes.
You're a bigger hater than Kendrick, man.
hater.
You're a bigger hater than Kendrick.
He's full of pain. We need empathy for
I see.
he's full of pain.
I'm just saying.
So much pain
I'm just
in his
saying.
heart.
What
coming out.
do you,
You know what I
I'm just
mean?
saying.
what do you do? Wrap your car?
No, I'm just saying.
Anyway,
End the show. End it.
we've come to the end of the show today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks to all you guys for coming. Hey, what's going on?
It wasn't me.
What are you doing?
I just put my glasses back at the table.
Thanks to all you guys for coming in today. Really, really enjoyed it. Like the video. Also, let's hear your comments. Who's got the best academy? Who's got the best academy player? Which one of all those players named out that you think is going to be the biggest in the next couple of years? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.